evidence of how dry it's been. Check out this mud flat or long, I think this is Moose Brook. And no moose. I bet this hot, dry summer has been hard on them. Well, here's some tracks in the mud. I think that's kind of big for a coyote. Here's a size comparison. It's about the size of my hand. Could that be a wolf or somebody walking their dog down here? There's another good print. I don't see any human prints alongside it. Oops.
I just walked up and went to the cemetery.
This is more of that look.
And I have a frog.
Surprise, surprise.
It is the frog.
Hey, yeah, I think we're going to go back over to the East Inlet for a paddle. Hopefully it doesn't rain on us today. No sign of moose. So right in front of us is what I thought was a moose from a distance. We're back out here on the East Inlet on a much nicer day. And we're gonna continue to paddle on and explore. Weave between some of these islands I see and whatever we can do. So far I've photographed a great blue heron and a loon with a chick, or a droovy. Careful, you're tipping us. We've gone about as far as we can on the East Inlet. It's very pretty. No moose, but we didn't start till about 9 o'clock, so they've probably already gone to bed for the day. The husband is somewhere out that way. We're just kind of meandering through the grass here. I did photograph what I think is a greater yellow legs. So far today we've got loons, great blue heron, and the greater yellow legs, and the spotted sandpiper in the other spot that we stopped. So pretty back here. I just heard a kingfisher. Oh, it's behind me. There it is. It's way out there. Oh, here they come.
There they go.
I don't know if you can see them on the camera. They're so tiny.
There they go.
So there's the belted kingfishers. So it's rich in bird life. I haven't come across any mammals yet, though, other than the one in front of me.
Hello.
And scattered throughout, oh yeah, I got a wood duck. Scattered throughout there are wood duck boxes. I did see one wood duck. Alright, we gotta get flipped around.
Okay.
Well, actually, it looks like it does continue. And you could probably get quite lost in here. So, I don't know where my husband is, so I think we're going to turn around and find him. I forgot to record anything on the return. We ran into the loons again and stopped and took lots of photos of them, because we haven't had much opportunity the whole summer, other than at the beginning of our vacation. And I did all the paddling on the way back. The kiddo was pretty tired. And then once we got back to shore, we were busy putting the boats back up. Plus, we ran into a couple that we had seen before on the not Falling Waters Trail, the Falls Over the River Trail. They promised they weren't following us. They were actually really nice. It's always great to meet other nature lovers out there. So, I believe they were from New Hampshire, and if by any chance you're watching, hi! We are doing the river trail at Lake Francis State Park, and we're going to be camping here for just overnight, although I now kind of wish that we just camped here the last 2 nights, but well, it's always good to try a new place. So, talking with some of the locals, we're going to take there's a couple of roads that we might explore tonight, maybe early in the morning, to look for the moose, but it sounds like the population has been decimated with the rise in ticks, the tick population. So their moose have really become quite a bit more elusive and hard to find, and their population just isn't what it was. I remember back in 2012, we could just go for a drive and you'd see 3 or 4 moose step out in the road and cross in front of you. I haven't seen a single one since we've been here. It's a really pretty river. Or maybe they all are. We'll catch you later. Welcome to our campsite at Lake Francis. This is site number 41.
Hi.
And we're tired. I think we're just going to relax. We might go drive around for moose in a little while. But we've seen some loons and some ducks out in front of our campsite. Check it out. An osprey flew over a while ago. And just off this point there was a loon, but it dove. Who knows where it will come back up. Lots of loons making up for our loonless summer. There's some kind of bird on a rock way out there. Some ducks in the water. A bit further out. They were right up close when we first came in and were getting set up. So maybe we'll have some company later. Well, it's cloudy, so I guess we won't be doing stars. If it clears off and there's stars, I'm gonna shoot them. I probably should have done so last night. It was gorgeous. More stars than we see in New York. And that's in the middle of the state, not New York City. I won't go near that place with a 10-foot pole. Or a 50-foot pole. Visited once, that was enough. Yeah, there's something swimming in the water out there. Probably can't see it on this wide angle. I think what I'm going to do is grab my camera with the big lens and just go out and sit on one of them boulders. This is, right here is the Lake Francis, and this is the river that we were just hiking. This is the Connecticut River that flows into Lake Francis and then flows out again and on down to, I guess, Connecticut. My hidey space on the rocks got a bit crowded and uncomfortable as my not so little man anymore decided he was gonna come and photograph the ducks right beside me. I must say he did a pretty good job looking at the back of his camera. I've got to make a special file on my computer so I can upload all his stuff and keep it in that one designated file for him. So maybe at a later date we'll share what he can do with his camera and like that. It is an older camera, much older camera, so the quality isn't great. My 50D is sort of on its last legs, that's why I allow him to use it. But yeah, I think these are black ducks. They're mixed in with maybe some female mallards, but I think these are black ducks. Comment below if you could confirm what kind they are, or if I've got both here. And then, well, I think you probably already saw it, but there was 4 loons, and I heard them distress calling further down the lake and looked up, and there was an eagle just flying over the lake and off into the mountains. So that was pretty cool. It's a lot of bird activity up there in New Hampshire. I was hoping to see more mammals, but I'm happy with the birds. Garfield Falls. We did this, back in 2012. Don't remember it being quite so far back in the woods, but I do remember there's an outhouse over there, and there was a northern hare hanging out by it, so I photographed it. That was ages ago. Like I said, 2012. So I think we're gonna try to hike down and see the falls. Not sure how much water will be going over it because it's been very dry here.
Exactly.
I don't hear any water.
I'm gonna grab a stick. Now be very careful around this fall, Grady, because you don't want to fall. No running, okay?
Fall and fall. Oh, shoot, wait, hold on.
What did I just tell you?
What did you just tell me? I don't know.
Well, after a steep climb down, we have managed to get to the viewpoint. Welcome to Garfield Falls. Driving down McGalloway Road back to camp, and the sky above the mountains is beautiful, and there's not quite a half moon out. That was the end of the pink sky.
Twilight.
Well, we got back from our trip looking for moose. That was unsuccessful. However, we did find Garfield Falls, which I hope you enjoyed. And the little teeny tiny bit of the sunset that we saw coming down the mountain. So, right now, my hubby and I are just out front of our tent, overlooking Lake Francis and photographing the stars. The Milky Way is right above us, right over our heads. So, if any of our photos turn out, I'll share them right now. And then see you tomorrow. I have to admit, there are times I am super jealous of my husband's full frame capabilities. Check out his star photos. They are awesome. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Comment below. What's your favorite photo?